What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing, man? It is your boy West Coast, and we are live in the building. And my son is bringing me a cup that is made for a baby.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He said it was no more left. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's your boy West Coast. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing, man? Here to bust up in your day with our version of Cowboys content, Cowboys uncut, Cowboys everything. You know what I'm saying? We are here, man. It's your boy West Coast. I know you guys are we are the three amigos, and we are still missing one of our amigos. You know what I'm saying? And that is my boy HTM. He is out there in the world handling his business, trying to get better. Not trying, he is getting better so he can bring you guys some of that fire content. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys tag him. Make sure y'all tag him and show him some love today. Show him some love today. And if you got his Cash App, show him some love on that Cash App too. You dig? You know what I'm saying? But we are gonna hold it down until my cousin will get back. It's your boy West Coast. It's your boy Landlord from Alabama, and we are Cowboys Uncut. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening? Feeling decent, man. Even though we just got some what can you hold on? What can you call that? Some jibber jabber or some shit? What Jerry and them was doing?
Shoot, I don't even know, but I know the bishop just hit me and like, West Coast, can I slide in the show? You might be sliding him in the show. Let me slide him in the show.
Slide in for the win.
How we is over here, you know what I'm saying? That's how we is over here. It's like pickup. It's like pickup basketball here.
We got to get that starting five, man.
Yeah, hey, as soon as the homie showed up, you like, hey, I want him.
We got to get that starting five in the building. Shout out to everybody rocking on my side. Hey, if anybody contact you saying something about a free jersey, that is not West Coast. We already came to that conclusion. West Coast is publicly giving his number out. So if you want to send him anything, you can call him first. Okay. That is not West Coast. Okay.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and I'm gonna tell you right here. If somebody slide into your inbox talking about your rent was due and that check you gave on the first didn't process, that's really landlord. don't avoid that one. That's really him. Go down to the bank. You know that you saw that little alert you got on your chest account talking about some. That's odd. No, that ain't odd. The money was not in the account when you posted the kitchen. You know it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he said he just got. How much you gave him, bro? Look. West Coast will never contact you asking for nothing about a jersey, bro. Never. I hope you ain't give him no real money, bro.
Man, I say it like this, man. Keep your money in your pocket, young. You know what I'm talking about? My number is 909-301-7804. If you need to verify it's West Coast, hit my line. That's all you got to do. I was making it.
20 for shipping? That don't even sound right, Flacco. Dang. $20 for shipping is way too much. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, unless you sit in 30 jerseys.
That was a come up all together, man. Shipping don't cost what, $5, $6, $7, $10 at the most. Shipping ain't $20 unless you in Afghanistan or some shit. I don't know.
And even then, you need to. What are you shipping? You know what I'm saying? Are you shipping Jerry Jones in the box?
Yeah. It must be a car you sending over there or something. I don't know. But yeah, man. Once again, we ain't doing that. That ain't what West Coast is doing. So yeah, get that out of here. Like that dude need to go to jail. We don't snitch, but we don't like that type of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
I have to point him out.
So if you are currently getting hit, up right now, and someone is asking you buy a jersey that is not West Coast, okay? That's what we saying. That is not me. You feel me? So let's go ahead and let's go. But you guys already know whenever West Coast is live in the building, it's two things you guys can do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. So I need every single person right now that is in the building to absolutely smash that share button. I need 5 times right now to wake the nation up. And then I need 6 times to manifest that Super Bowl ring. We got 157 people up in here right now. That's including all networks and platforms. You know what I'm saying? We coming in here strong. Twigger. Where my Twiggers at? Okay, there go Twigger. My Twiggers. My Twiggers. You know what I'm saying? Landlord, you gotta connect your Twitter too, because your Twitter kind of cracking too. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta connect yours too. So let's go through here. We're gonna shout out some people. We got some people over there that's in the trap. Landlord, I'm gonna let you go and get the first shout out. Go ahead and shut them folks out in the trap real quick.
Okay.
Actually, come out.
Go ahead.
Question, Landlord.
What's happening?
is it snitching to say someone's in the trap?
You know, no, that's like roll call. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that's like recollection. Like
just
you
wanna
remember saying, you remember how them lame dudes used to be trying to put themselves in the store. They was like, I was there too. You wasn't there. So this one of these situations. Like
you was there.
you wasn't there, bro. We don't we don't remember you at all in the store. You like, yeah, because I was there too. No, you wasn't, bro.
Hey,
You was
you know
on
what?
the porch.
You know what they say in the PC unit? They say it's not snitching if you point, though. Yeah, if
You was on the porch, boy.
yeah,
You
yo,
wasn't
I'm
with
just
us.
saying. That's what I heard. That's what I heard in the PC unit. That's what they tell the fellas. If you
But
point,
shout out to the members sliding in for the win. Desmond Iron Man. Who else? Big Dallas 8604. Who else? The members. All the members out the way. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to all the other people, man. Shout out to Thomas Johnson, Johnny Woods, Flacco Black, Elijah Robinson, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, James Simmons, and I think that's about it right now, man. Make sure everybody hit that like button and share button. Let them know we live in the trap with it with West Coast Cowboy, man. Let's get it in. Shout out to King G sliding in on the end. Let's go.
all right, let's go, man. Let's go. So, yo, real quick, I got my boy Craig that's always in the building. I got my boy Desmond, hit that start button. I got my boy Marvin in the building. I got Rose in the building. I got Deontay Williams in the building. I got King G in the building. What's up, my boy? Pure Country, what's up with you? I see a lot of Texas Longhorns going in the first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't know.
I've been looking at some Jonathan Brooks tape. It might be worth the risk. I don't know. Screw it.
All right, what's up with you, Marcus? Paisley. If I said that wrong, I apologize. Just means I love you. Who else we got up in here? Devin Tyree. What's up with you, Devin Tyree? Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. I got my boy Immaculate in Mika one. Man, that's a hell of a name. June Boat. What's up with your boy? Martin Flacco, what's up with you, Martin? I see you, Marco. Appreciate you in the building, man. Everybody that's in the building, man, I appreciate you guys. This is Cowboys Uncut, man, and this is our first subject, man. Let's go ahead and get it, man. First thing out the gate, man, Jerry Jones. We're all in with these guys coming in. We're all in this draft. I want to know, how much are you trusting Jerry Jones and the words "all in"?
Not one iota. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust Jerry as far as I can throw him. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to press conference talk. Like, you know, we all love Jerry. I think Jerry is a little innocent these days, man, because he was just talking about everything all at once, talking in circles. Like, he mentioned like 17 different topics while he was talking. So, I mean, man, Jerry is an innocent bystander at this point, man. So, you know, leave Paw alone. He ain't did it. He ain't mean nothing by it. You know what I'm saying? He don't know no better at this point. With like, leave him alone.
Yeah, man. I always tell people, I say it like this, man. When Jerry starts talking about, all in, anytime that he wants to talk about anything that is his opinion on something, you got to know what his opinion is, because with Jerry Jones, homemade cooking ain't necessarily homemade cooking for Jerry Jones. Homemade cooking for me is, that means someone went in there and, well, I'm gonna tell you, if somebody tell me they made a homemade cake, I'm assuming flour, sugar, and water went into a bucket. You stirred it up. You had to cook it. You had to put it in the stove. You had to butter it. You had to put
from scratch.
You had to grease the little thing in there. You poured it in there. The kids ate the leftover. You put it in the stove. 350. About an hour later, you pop out. It's good. You put icing on it. You eat it.
Yes.
Jerry Jones, homemade might be meaning he actually went online and hit pay. Because he don't do that normally. You know what I'm saying? This is some own. This is that to a billionaire, that might be a lot. I wonder how often Jerry actually orders his own food.
He usually just tell the butler to make it. You know what I'm saying? So he had to actually make the transaction. That's homemade for him right now.
That's homemade for him. And guess what? We giggle and laugh, but that might be true. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I gotta understand, what is his definition of all in? Because his definition all in, because a poor person all in means that I'm putting everything in my goddamn pocket in, bro. That means, landlord, I need to borrow $20. Why? Because I'm all in. When I'm all in, that means I ain't got it, bro. That means I'm all in, and my friends are all in. Why? Because they let me hold something.
That mean we risking it all. That mean we put the house up. That mean we had to put the house up and everything. We made all the phone calls that we could possibly make to get this deal done. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did.
And that means you went over and above. All ends means everything is in on this.
Yeah. That's like you going to you got dreams and admirations to be a rapper, and you just go to LA with $1 in a dream. That's all in right there. You like, hey, I'm gonna find a record deal. That's what that is. You supposed to be going. You can't take no for an answer at that point. That's what all in is. Like, no is not an option. Failure is not an option if you all in, because that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like Jerry's saying all in, but still he got a backup plan. He got a plan B. If you got a plan B, it ain't all in, Wes. That's a disqualification right there. You see what I'm saying? If you got a plan B, it ain't all in. What's that crazy girl that got blue face tatted on her face? She all in. She all in.
Oh my God,
she all in. That's all in
fire.
Right now.
That is fire.
She don't have no other options. She said screw plan B. I'm all in. So hey, that's 100% commitment right there.
That's fire. That's fire, man. Cowboys frat. That's fire. That's fire. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I wish I had an announcer so I can, you know what I'm saying? That's fire, bro. That's fire. Yeah, man. Cowboys need to go get some draft picks tattooed on their face then.
Facts.
So I need to know right now, landlord, first round, who do the Cowboys need to who does Jerry Jones need to tattoo on his face right now?
Hey, a wide receiver of my liking, I would say Brian.
Knock it off, bruh.
Brian Thomas Jr. You understand? Look, I ain't trying to say a wide receiver because every time it seems like a camera and a microphone and a light get around me, I start talking about wide receiver, but I just can't help it. So I'm going to just say this. Do you want your team to draft best player available? Do you want them to do exactly what they should do? Answer me that question. Do you want them to approach the draft in the correct, proper way? Is that what you want?
It's impossible for us to step to the draft the proper way because we didn't even do what we were supposed to do in free agency. So it's like
we screwed.
Yes,
yeah. That's what I'm just saying.
And guess what, Lord? Like, it actually makes sense that the Dallas Cowboys are saying they're all in on the draft because you have to be. Like, you didn't
have to be.
You didn't.
Well, look, we got to take it back, Wes. We got to take it back because they is all in. They all in on the draft. They all in on the draft for real. They all in on the draft for real because we have no other options. Like, we have no other lifelines. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So technically, they is all in on the draft, though. You know what I'm saying? They all in on the draft. That's it. So look, they really telling the truth. You know, it's just not the fashion we wanted to see them be all in, but honestly, they really is all in. They got everything invested in this draft, and it's crazy, but you know that's where we at with it.
Yeah. So I mean, my thing is here. So still, So I'm gonna let you finish it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, man. Who is the player or position you're getting tattooed on your face?
To me, like I said, I just feel like best player available will be a receiver. So if you say no to it, then you reaching. That's what I think it'll be. So, you know, I'm going to still stick to my board. My board says that the highest graded player will probably more than likely be a receiver. So that's what I'm drafting. Don't overthink this, man. Look, it's too much riding on this, West, for us to get it wrong. You see what I'm saying? It's too much riding on it. So what? Don't decrease your chances trying to reach around good players. Just draft the best player available, bro. Don't overthink this. We overthought the whole draft last year. We did. You was there too. You was there with me, Wes. We was all disappointed. We were because we know they was not drafting best player available. We could have named 5 different players that was on the board when Schoonmaker got drafted. And in the third round, first round, like that draft did not fall correctly for us. So that's all I'm saying, bro. You just gotta draft the best player. That's the safest bet. The draft is a dice roll altogether. So why would you decrease your chances by trying to be slick and go finding needs? Like, bro, just draft the best player, bro. Just draft the best player.
What if the best player available is a kicker?
That won't never happen.
So basically, what you're saying is draft the best player available by need.
Slightly. Now, of course, if the best player available is a quarterback, you probably wouldn't do that. But hey, with this draft, that contract conversation, you never know. You never know. He might draft a quarterback. Who knows? But if the best player available is a wide receiver, you need one next year. Why not do it? Brandon Cooks is 30. You know what I'm saying? You need one next year. Okay, that's not a bad idea. If it's a cornerback, I wouldn't be mad because you need one. You need a cornerback too. If it's an edge, if Chop Robinson from Penn State just sitting there and that's one of y'all guys, he ranks super high on your board, draft the man. Like, I wouldn't even be mad. I really wouldn't, because the way you could tell from this press conference, they really is all in on these players that they got last year, the players that they got from UDFA classes. They all in on all these guys. Even though I don't agree for them to be like this, but this is what we working with. So it looks like they're gonna be all in on who? They're gonna be all in on Awesome Richards coming in. This man, Stephen Jones, is the only human being in Dallas that keep mentioning Matt Waletzko and Josh Ball. He the only person that talk about him. So that just lets you know he is like, I don't know what words I could use to describe that man. Like, why is he the only person talking about these guys, Wes? Nobody else says nothing about Josh Ball or Matt Waletzko. The only person who's mentioned them is Stephen Jones.
Well, that's because they are your starters.
That's a bad sign.
You know what's crazy? Like, bruh, if you were not even if I'm not saying it. If you were an NFL person, you want to play in Dallas because you know you're going to get an opportunity, but then you don't want to play in Dallas because you know you're not going to get paid. So it's like, it's a place for a young man, but definitely not a place for an old man. It's Chuck E. Cheese.
You ain't lying. They hard on an established star. Look at this. We got some of the, bro, I just thought of, we got some of the biggest stars in football, bro. And they can't even get paid. Think about that. Bro, regardless of what you feel about Dak Prescott, he was top 2 last year at the quarterback position. The numbers don't lie. The rankings don't lie. Wait till you see the top 100. I bet you Dak be up that high this year. He cooked the whole year. He shut up a lot of people, bro. Even though we didn't win the Super Bowl, he still had a great year, bro. You can't take that from him. And when you think about that, okay, Dak is at the very least a top 5 quarterback last year. Okay, now you look at CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was top 2. This like the second best, first best wide receiver in the league. Then Micah Parsons, top 2. Like, all 3 of these guys are top 2, and they can't even get paid, Wes. So what kind of message that's saying for the rest of the people? Just imagine if you Sam Williams, you looking at Micah like, dang, he can't even get paid. What the hell do I gotta do to be able to get a check out of the Joneses? I don't know what you gotta set an example, bro. You have to set an example for the other players to follow behind so they can know how to get paid, so they can know how to be successful in the organization. If you doing players who do it the right way wrong, what is the incentive for them doing good? Facts. They sitting up there like, man, if I do everything right, I still might not get paid. That's a demoralizing existence to have, bro. It really is.
Yeah, so, Cowboys, you sit here and now you think about what is next. What is the next? Is the NFL draft. You know what I'm saying? So you got a whole nother staff that's going to come in here. I thought it was very interesting, some of the names that Jerry Jones brought up as names that we needed to look out for. Like, I thought it was crazy. I mean, not was crazy, but like, for him to give him so much, I love the love that he gave to Sam Williams. Saying that Sam Williams got to step up and think different things like that. But it's just kind of like in a very, very opportune time to be talking about that right now, especially when you're talking about Micah Parsons possibly getting paid, and now all saying the instead of saying something about Micah Parsons taken care of or things like that, you talking about getting Sam Williams. What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So
he talked about Jalen Tolbert too, while you got CeeDee Lamb right here trying to get paid.
So it's like, yeah, that's why I say, like, Dallas is a great place to play, because if you're a guy that's trying to get in the league, you're a guy that's trying to establish yourself, and you are cheap, you will play. Like, you will play. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys will give you opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Now, go ahead.
I was just about to say, Stephen Jones really, the more I think about it, the reason I think I figured it out, the reason he keep mentioning Matt Waletzko and Josh Ball, like, Stephen Jones is kind of like, like running a household in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? He want to be able to scrape every single ounce out of the pot Like, he gonna use everything that he got in the kitchen. Like, he gonna use every single thing. And if he ever bought it, he wanna make sure he use it. That's like the cheapest mentality you could possibly have. Cause think about it. I don't care if I bought it if it's not working for me. You know what I'm saying? If you bought a shirt and it was too small or too big, are you gonna wear it? You gonna be like, well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't use that one. So I mean, the Jones is gonna be like, well, I'm finna tape it up. I'm finna cut the sleeves down. They gonna make sure they use everything they put some resources behind. So and you think about it, it sounds like something kind of good, but not if these players are bad. They gonna just force them out there. You see what I'm saying? Josh Ball ain't did nothing good. Why is he even being mentioned in the press conference, bro? Have you ever seen Josh Ball do anything, Wes?
No.
Have you ever seen Matt Waletzko do anything? This man ain't had a good shoulder since he been in Dallas. He had 2 shoulder surgeries.
Yeah, and then my question goes to ask this: when did Stephen Jones see it?
They trying to act like they see it from practice.
Bruh,
But I'm saying, you ain't getting no
playing, bruh. If you saw it from practice, he would have been playing. I don't want to hear that, bruh.
Exactly. Mike McCarthy saying the same thing.
Like, I don't want to hear it. If that's the case, why you think that's just like my thing is this? If you and I believe in Jalen Tolbert, but my thing is this: if you believed in him last year and you've seen it this year, because he hasn't practiced, they have not practiced after they lost in that playoff game. So that means any belief that you have about him was established before that playoff game. So why didn't he play?
Exactly.
That's what I say about Trey Lance too. Like they mentioned in Trey Lance too, but like when did you see him?
They think they slick with that, bro. I ain't never seen, bro. Y'all gotta pay attention to how dirty the Cowboys is. Cause look, we love this team, man. But when it comes to negotiation, they are some cutthroat gangsters. That's who they are when it comes to negotiation. Cause look, it's Dak contract time. Man, I swear to you, I have never seen Trey Lance this much ever in my life. Never. Like, now he is the most accessible dude in the Cowboy world. Like, listen, I keep seeing Trey Lance pictures, workout videos. Like, where's Cooper Rush? This man ain't even the second quarterback, bro.
Cooper's still on the team.
Look, how is y'all showing us hype videos for the third quarterback, man? Like, where's Cooper Rush? Y'all don't see the nefarious nature of this stuff? Like, y'all got to be able to peep. They want you to be like, oh, look at this, look at that. Man, Trey Lance got way more screen time than Cooper Rush. Why is that? And that's your third quarterback. You want to know why? Because they want to try to swing public opinion against Dak Prescott. And a lot of y'all just buying it and falling for it. It's sad.
Yeah, man. And so that's crazy because it's like, when Zeke, it's the same thing when Zeke was on his team, you know what I'm saying? They had the infamous Zeke who, you know what I'm saying? The Cowboys always do, they always do some type of downplaying of their own players, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why us as fan base, you got to keep these receipts, man. And you got to keep these receipts. And it's crazy because, like, some of these times, in life, and if this would have been a real relationship with a business or something, you would have cut ties with them. But you can't cut ties with your favorite football team. It just doesn't work.
You just can't. Sometimes the Cowboys make you wish you could, but we ain't going nowhere. We just mad, bro. We just sick of it. You know what I'm saying? We just demanding better treatment. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stop watching the Cowboys if I tried. I just couldn't.
Facts. But hey, man, let's go. We got some. It's crazy because going into Stephen Jones. And just think about this. Think about the contradiction of the Cowboy of Stephen Jones and this front office. Stephen Jones just said last week that they had to get the big three signed. There has not been any conversation. You ask Dak Prescott, Dak sound like, yeah, he talked to the Joneses, but he like, yeah, I talked to him because we be in the same building.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, like Dak sound, when you look at Dak on interviews, he seems worn out. And it's crazy because he's not even in the season right now.
Dak look like he is sick of y'all.
Yes, Dak look frustrated, bro. He like in the interview,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this process, man. This process is crazy for the Cowboys, man. And it's crazy because I actually don't know. One would think if something's gonna get done before the draft. I don't believe anything's gonna get done between the draft because there's no benefit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that Dak's gonna get signed for the draft. I don't believe CD because there's no benefit in doing it. You know what I'm saying?
If you haven't, this finna get played out, bro.
Hell yeah.
I don't see no. And then, like I said, in my opinion, if you don't sign Dak, what you signing CD for? Like, for real, like we need to start over. I don't see. Look, if you sign CD and not Dak, and let's say you do believe in Trey Lance, which right now in this moment in time, I think is a mistake. I think he is not a starter right now. I think he need a little more time. But let's say, for instance, if you do feel like Trey Lance could play with CeeDee Lamb, you would be hoping that Trey and CeeDee Lamb become what Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb are right now.
Hey,
You would be hoping that that's the case. You see what I'm saying? They are probably the best quarterback wide receiver duo last year for sure. Like even if you give Tyreek Hill number one wide receiver, Tua didn't play better than Dak. And Tyreek Hill and CD was like right there, neck and neck, far as numbers and yardage and production. So I mean, it's hard to argue them being the top two, the best duo in football. Real talk, last year. So you would have hopes, you would have to pray that Trey becomes a top duo with CeeDee Lamb, and you are already in that position now.
makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all.
That's why I said that, and that's why I said like it makes no sense to even like entertain the thoughts of replacing Dak if you're only hoping that the guy that you get can only be him. That doesn't make no sense. Like you would actually be going backwards. And then my question is this: what if it doesn't happen? You know what I'm saying? What if it does not happen? Hey man, real quick, I'm gonna drop this in the comments real quick. If you have not already, make sure you guys hit this URL code right there. It's gonna take you to all my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, and my IG account. I need everybody right now to go on and click that right now. Go ahead and click that hit that, take a picture of that UPC code right there. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe to my YouTube. Please subscribe to my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter. Please. I just talked to landlord. He gonna get him one up there too, so we can get his popping. And if you do click on the URP code, it's gonna tell me so I can show you a little love too. You know what I'm saying? But make sure if you have not followed me on Facebook, X is Twitter, the new Twitter for all my Twiggers, YouTube and IG links. And also I gotta get Reddit, man. I'm not Reddit, but I gotta get my goddamn Twix. No. Oh damn, I forgot about TikTok. I forgot all about TikTok.
Yeah.
Gotta get TikTok in there too.
And then you own them. That's crazy.
And then I'm on there.
You got a whole account,
Facts. I know. I got a whole account of somebody making fun of, not fun of me, but pretending to be me is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He says, let's go through some of these comments real quick, man. We've been talking a lot. Let's see what the nation. Someone scanned the code. Appreciate you. Quando52 said, if Jerry just apologized to Goodell, then we can stop leading the league in penalties and persons will draw more than one holding call. I don't think we led the league in penalties last year. I think we were actually improved a lot last year. And I don't think it's a bandana thing. I think when it comes to legalization and stuff like that, oh yeah, Jerry definitely not, Goodell's not effing with him. No. You know what I'm saying? If Jerry Jones wants to submit a thing to get something changed, no, he's not effing with him.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. Because, bro, you literally tried to get me fired. Like, you literally tried to get me fired. You know what I'm saying? And then Goodell had to threaten you to get your... that was crazy, man. They need to make a movie about that because Jerry Jones made a legitimate legal case against Goodell, and Goodell threatened to take his team away, and Jerry let it go.
Big Dallas 8604 says, why y'all act like it's no film for Trey? It's film, but it's not much.
Time out.
That's what makes you mad about the situation, man.
Send me film of him playing in a Dallas Cowboy uniform, Big Dal.
Yeah, see what I'm saying is, like, think about this. If there's not many instances where you can find tape on him, what the hell was Jerry watching? You know what I'm saying? Like, what made him do it then? Like, so I don't know, bro. This man literally has no college tape for real. He literally has no NFL tape for real. What you going off of, Jerry? I don't know. They know more than us, I guess. They got more avenues than us, I guess. But I'm just saying, if it's no tape, it's no tape. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you don't have the starts, which means the tape can't be so, what was you looking at? You know what I'm saying? What helped you come to that conclusion?
And then my question is this, Jerry Jones, I trust Kyle Shanahan over you in those matters. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan picked him over Sam Darnold, Jimmy Garoppolo. Freaking, he put a gang of folks over him, bro. Like Trey Lance backed up a gang of folks, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like this isn't, and this is like I feel. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. The worst thing, you guys don't even do this in relationships. When you meet new people and you find out this person was a shady person that steals people from all the time, you don't be like, oh yeah, but that's what he did with him, though. If you do, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like you like what? Like that doesn't make no sense. The film from the 49ers says that he's not. The film for the 49ers at best says that he's a what? Number 3 quarterback, because that's what he's been on the last 2 teams.
True.
So if we're looking at anything, like my question to Jerry Jones is, what are you using to take him out of being a 3rd string quarterback? What film are you using to make him say that he's my best 2nd quarterback? Because think about this. The Cowboys did not want to play Trey to the fact, and theoretically, he wasn't even really on the field last year because he was a 3rd string clause quarterback. You know what that means?
Emergency quarterback.
He could only play if Dak got hurt and Cooper Rush got hurt. Like, bro, when is that gonna ever happen? Tell me a time. Like I said yesterday, bro, listen to me. If my 2 quarterbacks, if Dak get hurt and Cooper Rush both get hurt, I'm quitting the game. I forfeit, bro. I don't give a damn, win or loss. I've lost too much already. You don't need to see Trey Lance. I don't want to win the game no more. If both my quarterbacks get hurt in the same game and the same
I'm going home.
I'm going home, bro.
It's over.
Glad Lord, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Going home. Yeah, I'm done with that. Like, I have dignity, sir. You're not finna just beat the crap out of me, and I'm just nah.
Glad Lord,
See, look,
use the game anyway.
Look, if I sit there and take that whooping, I'm gonna have to fight afterwards. So it's best for me to just, it's best for me to just go on, exit early, sir. Like, nah, you ain't gonna do like that.
To me, bro. I'm gonna lose anyway. At least I'll lose with healthy players.
Yes, absolutely. Like, hey, I got pride, sir. I'm like, hey, we're gonna have to fight about this. But yeah, you don't want to see the 3rd quarterback get in there. So I mean, I ain't saying that he has 0 potential, but I'm just saying he's not ready. I don't think so. But like it is a gray area where from the time he played in San Francisco up until now, it is a little time period right there. So we need to see. We haven't seen anything, but we can hope and assume that he's got better. How much better? We don't know.
Listen to me. I can't assume anybody is not getting better unless they're playing in actual games or in actual practice. Because in practice, and I'm talking about in football, because like even training camp, bro. Like you have to even training camp. Because how many times have you seen dudes going off in training camp and then they get out and it just don't happen, bro? My boy Dennis Houston, I love you. My boy dogged. I thought Dennis Houston was someone. Listen to me, bro. I thought Dennis Houston was better at training camp at one point than CeeDee Lamb. On my mama. And then guess what? The lights came on and CeeDee Lamb went to CeeDee Lamb and Dennis Houston went back to Dennis Houston. Think about this. And listen to me. I wasn't the only person that was tripping too, because guess what? The Cowboys started him. Dennis Houston started him
weeks, week, like 2 weeks.
Week 1 of the NFL season, Dennis Houston was starting. So you can't even don't get mad at, like, we all saw it, bruh. We all saw it.
And I understand why though, but that don't take away from it being true. Dennis Houston was appearing to be better because he understood the offense better than a lot of them other people did. He was manipulating them areas to get open in the zone and stuff. So he was smarter. He was exactly what he should be. That's what it was like. He was the kid that did his work. You know what I'm saying? He was the guy who went home and did his homework. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Whenever Dak looked for him, he was exactly where he's supposed to be. So that pushed him in front of a lot of different receivers. But, the season had to play out. That's why we play 16, 17 games these days, because that's going to end up telling you, is this true or not? You know what I'm saying? Is he really a good receiver or not? You'll find that out in due time. So, yeah, man, training camp can be deceiving at times too. But we got high hopes for people like John Stevens Jr. He looked like last year, he was better than Ferg. and everybody was saying that they was like, he was the best tight end on the field. And you seen Steven brought him up too. So that young man got a great chance to be on this team. Hopefully You know, they don't use no schoolmaker politics. That's something I got my eye on that. Cause if this man was better than everybody last year and got hurt, ain't no way you gonna tell me he just should be behind schoolmaker.
Yeah,
If y'all gonna make that a fair competition, I got my eyes on y'all.
and I'm gonna tell you how you know for a fact that it was politics with Schoonmaker, because listen to me, I know Hendershot was not hurt all season, but he was hurt at some points. But even when Hendershot was available, they did not give him an opportunity.
Facts.
And Hendershot had better film than Schoonmaker. But Schoonmaker was on the film, and think about this, they were both hurt in the season. But Schoonmaker technically got drafted hurt. Cowboys will never admit that.
And he hurt now.
Think about, hey, landlord, you collect rent all the time, and you be looking at them post-dated. Them post-dated on Shoemaker do not add up, bro. At your first rookie camp, you had a boot on your foot.
And he tried to hide it. He got in the back of the picture. You remember? He got in the back of the picture with a boot on. Like, hey, y'all move over this way. Like, yeah, you ain't slick, bro. We seen that.
So like that's man, and you know what sucks? You know what that also means? I mean, it sucks, but it's a good thing. That means everybody in this draft is probably going to get an opportunity to play, even if they are not ready.
That's what I just said.
If you said it, I apologize.
No, that's what I said earlier. That's the case I was making. I was like, it don't matter if they good or not. He's scraping the pot. He's gonna use every single drop of the you know what I'm saying, of whatever he uses. He gonna use it to the last drop. He's thinking like like I said, like a ghetto household. We gonna use everything. He gonna use every single player, every single avenue. If he spent any kind of resources on it, he looking at it like a real life possibility that they can use. And that's crazy. Even if they ain't good.
That's absolutely positively crazy, because this is how it's supposed to work in my mind. A first round pick, you are a potential starter. Well, I'll put it to you like this. If you're a top 10 pick, you are a starter. You are a starter. I am drafting you to start. Day one, wake up in the morning, your ass is on the field starting. After 10 to 32, you are what's called a potential starter. That means I got a potential that at some point of this season, you should start. If you're in the second round, what's typically you're looked at as a primary backup. What is a primary backup? Well, a backup is like a backup on an NBA team. If you're a second team point guard, you're going to play. You're not going to play as much as Stephen Curry do, but you're going to play because he can't play the whole entire game. But they're expecting for you to be a gap filler. Third round guys are not necessarily guys that are like, they're still guys that are trying to not necessarily make the team, but your third round and your fourth round guys, those are still potential backup guys, but those are guys that you're going to play this year so that they can be potential starters next year. You know what I'm saying?
Did you read the tea leaves what he was saying too? You got to pay attention to what they say, because Jerry say a lot of crazy stuff. He be with the shenanigans on there. You got to pay attention. But it is some good jewels in there if you really pay attention. Jerry did say, he tried to be smart about it though. He was like, everybody that has a business understands that you got to plan for the future. But the way he was trying to express it was, he like, the plans that he had was, he had all these young players who was coming down the pipeline who they wanted to give an opportunity to. So now they looking at it like they're going to get better because they got players they believe in behind these people, instead of trying to fill these voids that we lost. You see what I'm saying? Instead of trying to fill a couple of them, I agree, but we can't bank on it because we ain't seen them play yet. So like J-Ron Kerr's probably going to leave. I expect him not to be here next year. They probably gonna slide Marquise Bell right in that safety position, or either Ranye Thomas right in that safety position. They feel good about that. Tyron Smith left. Maybe they feel good about Austin Richards. I don't, but maybe they feel good about Austin Richards. Then you got Tyler Biadasz gone. They probably feel good about Brock Hoffman. You see what I'm saying? They looking at these players like, okay, he can slide right in. We feel comfortable with that. And they did say that on Twitter. They said we feel, in one of them interviews, they said we feel comfortable about Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass starting on this offensive line. So never, ever, ever pay too much attention to some of the other stuff he say. You got to really be able to cipher through the foolishness. You do. Because he will tell you the truth. Jerry gonna tell you the truth. It's just gonna be surrounded by a lot of, gibberish. you got to be able to figure it out.
Yeah, man, and listen. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but guess what? You want to know why why everybody else's draft don't matter? Because they handled in free agency. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I'm not even gonna be able to really watch this draft. Why? Because I got practice. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I might have to pause it to find out who the Cowboys drafted, because now I'm thinking like, goddamn, whoever they draft, he is going to be your starting blah. So when the Cowboys say with the 24th pick in the NFL draft, they should just say the Cowboys have drafted their starting blah, because that's what he's going to be.
It's giving me vibes of a reach too.
And I'm gonna tell you this, landlord. It is probably going to be your first round pick. Listen, your first through second and third round pick are going to start this year.
They got to, and they got to be good players. They got to be good players. Look at that. Look at the pressure we putting on these young people. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. Will McClay got to bat 100. He got to be perfect. He got to be perfect this draft.
And
at least first round, second and third. He got to be perfect.
And think about this, landlord. You're already taking a chance on Overshawn, because they're gonna project him as a projected starter. And listen to me, I am not one to hate on players, and I always want players to get better. And but listen, we get these workout videos messed up, bruh.
Yeah.
These workout videos messed up, bruh.
You see Brock Hoffman with shorts on and stuff. Well, I can do that. I can look that good.
I'm just seeing videos of Overshawn. Listen to me. I'm just seeing videos of Overshawn working out and things like that, man. Like, and I love to see it too. But, bruh, if you're telling me a wide receiver who don't get hit was not ready. Listen, Michael Gallup. If we don't learn nothing about Michael Gallup, you should have learned that. Listen, it takes a full year to get back healthy, but it takes about 6 weeks for you to become yourself again.
Yeah, it do.
Because think about this. Michael Gallup, it took him a year to just become Michael Gallup, the person. Then when do you become Michael Gallup, the NFL football player?
Michael Gallup had some mental stuff going on and everything. It was a whole journey for him to get over that.
This right here. For all y'all that think I don't like Michael Gallup, I promise you he have a good season this year wherever he go. I bet you, and not even saying just like statistically, I bet you he looks like a better receiver this year. I never had a problem with Michael Gallup, but I'm just saying he was always a third string receiver for me. So when you gave him $11 million, I instantly had a problem with that. And then secondly, I knew when you guys gave him this money, when y'all gave him this money, you guys were not going to give him, y'all didn't even give Dak the chance to listen to me. Bruh, Dak messed up his leg in the very next season. He was like some of these quarterbacks work 1 or 2 games. They didn't even bring up a backup quarterback to be careful just in case Dak couldn't. The Cowboys believe in, I'm going to tell you the one thing the Cowboys believe in more than anything is their medical staff.
You want to know something crazy, man? Because I know I seen you do an interview with Ranye and stuff. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to believe what he's saying. Cause I heard Ranye was like, man, they let us do everything. They let us be ourselves. And I'm like, that sounds so great. But we just sitting up here and we describing the work environment right now. That don't sound like all the stuff that he was saying. You know what I'm saying? We could be wrong. He could be, telling his truth. It might be like that on the defensive side or something. I don't know. But I'm sitting up here looking like, how is this a healthy work environment when you finna bring Ricky straight through the door and say, hey, play like a Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying? Play like a starter. That you got to play like a veteran starter as a rookie. Like, bro, I want y'all to get ready. If it be a rookie tackle that come in this door, we gonna be like, boy, what in the hell he did? Why is he giving up sacks? We gonna be mad as hell at this dude. Like, we gonna be furious. We gonna be like, what is he doing? Get him off the field. If he give up a sack or two, bro, Cowboy Nation is gonna be up in arms, and it ain't even gonna be his fault.
Hey, think about this, Lane. Let me ask you a question. If I told you that dude right there at the end of the season was a rookie and he started for the Dallas Cowboys for the season, what round would you assume he got drafted in? He started as a rookie, any position.
Oh, it'd have to be left tackle.
No. I'm just saying, what round do you think he would be drafted in?
Oh,
So,
first.
okay.
First.
So that's the assumption. So the assumption is, in order to get someone who's a day one starter, you would assume that he has to get drafted in the first round, right?
Yeah.
But think about this: the Cowboys only have one first round pick. So you know what you're about to do?
You can find people that can start, but are they going to be starters?
Think about this. But think about this though. You're gonna go against your own common sense. We're gonna have to go against our own common sense because, bro, in a realistic NFL world, nobody is expecting a second round or third round pick to start for them. And if you are, it is probably because someone got hurt.
I want to do an experiment. Who was the top? Somebody help me out, because this will be a great. I don't know. Like you be saying, West Coast. This came from the Lord. Let me see. I want to see who was the top rated tackles last year, and how many sacks did they give up? Because that'll be the bar that we finna expect on a young tackle to come in here. You see what I'm saying? That's the same exact bar. If he go higher or below that, we gonna be in shambles. So let's see. Do we got some great tackles from last year? Like, you can continue the conversation. I got to do a little research. I want to know this. Let me see.
Man, I'm just sitting up here with this cute ass dog. You know how we do. She curious too. I don't know what we about to do in the draft. What you think? What you think we should draft? Exactly.
I think that's a foul scale, right? From what the rookie tackles and stuff did last year. I think that's fair.
Somebody said 808. Maybe you may be right, but I see these wide receivers in this offense. Somebody like Lad McCowney in this slot changes that game for San Francisco. I don't know, man, because I don't think it was the passing that. I don't think it was the passing. I have yet to see a rookie start and have the phenomenal season that carries on to the next and so forth. Micah Parsons, but he was the 12th overall pick. What's up with you, Michelle? 22 Savage says, man, I heard Jalen Tolbert shake up the NCAA say so much. The guys, the fans overhyping. I mean, I like Jalen Tolbert, and Jalen Tolbert's a fan of the show. And
shout out to him. I believe him.
Jalen Tolbert is a receiver who got better. That's why I'm not so afraid of not necessarily not drafting wide receiver, but not in the first round. I can't sign off on drafting a wide receiver in the first round. I can't.
Where that boy Cody Mott went. We liked him. DeJuan Jones. He supposed to have been a good one. Players like that, how many sacks did they give up? Because we finna ask them to have a stellar year.
You about to ask them that a Pro Bowl year, Rookie of the Year.
Tyrone Church, look at that. And look at the player that Tyler Smith is. He gave up 6 as a rookie.
And he was a first-round pick.
You see what I'm saying? He gave up 6. And then look, I would argue Tyrone Church, he still had a good rookie year. But we ain't finna sit up here and be like, hey, this rookie come in and give up 6 sacks. We're gonna be like, who is this dude? You see what I'm saying? That's a high bar right there. We moved Tyler back to we moved him to guard after that.
Think about this. Don't count out the penalties. Yeah. People don't even want to remember he only gave up 6 sacks. You want to know why? Because he was holding everybody.
He sure was getting some penalties.
This is my teammate. This is somebody on our team we talking about.
Yeah. He sure was getting that whistle. So, yeah, man, when you think about it, bro, we holding them to a high bar. Like, okay, if we do draft a left tackle, what would be an acceptable amount of sacks for him in his rookie year?
0.
And this what we need, because we made it a critical situation. Like, we need an all-star. We need an all-pro.
Yeah, like that would, I mean, that's hard to fathom, bro, because you also got to think when he was at left tackle, he had Tyler Baez, a very veteran center. Bro, you don't even have a starting center right now. Like, listen to me. We need to stop assuming that everything, all these, like me and Landlord, remember we got one of our few times we ever got into it. Remember on the live, we was talking about gambles.
Yeah.
The Cowboys we need to just write down a list of gambles that we are just gambling right now. Because we are gambling that your starting center that you have projected who's never started is going to be good. And not only is he going to be good, he's going to be as good as the one you just lost. That's a gamble.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he wasn't even that no world beater, but he was still a decent starter.
The guy that we got rid of, I wasn't even tripping on him leaving until he left.
And now we like, oh, so he left for real?
Yeah.
We ain't got no center? Damn.
Yeah, like damn, like I was literally okay with Tyler Baez because I was like, damn, you could probably replace him with somebody, a decent veteran. Then I was like, what? No, if you're gonna replace him with that, keep him.
It bothered me. Which one went first though? Because I think Tyron went first.
Well, they told us. Well, Tyron got a job last, but they told us that Tyron. They announced Tyler.
I was on that type of time. I didn't want to lose both. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them needed to stay for me. So neither one of them stayed. Like I said, that's 40% of your line. That's terrible. Like it ain't no way you can clean that up to not be terrible. But the way they're trying to do it is we got these young players that we developing. They talked about look, we are victims of our own success. That's something I noticed in that press conference too. We victims of our own success. Stephen Jones got an unlimited amount of hubris. He think he is. We just think we better than everybody. With this scouting stuff, we think we better than everybody. So now Stephen Jones like, look what we did with Terrence Steele. We got a Pro Bowl out of Terrence Steele. He was a UDFA. We can do it again. Like this is the way we want to operate. We think we better than everybody.
Hey, I like Tyrone Church because Tyrone Church, you just sparked an idea in my mind. What if the Dallas Cowboys really go into this draft? Because Tyrone Church says we can still sign Connor Williams, right? Cowboys theoretically could go in this draft, see if they can get something because Connor Williams is still out there available. Where did Tyler Baez end up signing?
He went to the Commanders.
Oh my bastard.
Dan Quinn, bro. Dan Quinn totally tried to destroy this football team. He destroyed us in the playoffs and then destroyed us in the offseason. He is Thanos for far as the Cowboys go.
Yep, and guess what? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Dan Quinn don't really got to beat. All he really got to do is beat the Dallas Cowboys one time this year.
One time. If he beat us one time, boy, they gonna have a parade for Dan.
Theoretically, this is why I miss my cousin, man, because I want to make a statement right now, but I don't know if it's gonna be true. So I'm gonna just halfway say it.
Kenny would be like, technically.
Listen
to me. He ain't gonna hit you with the number.
What would have been the difference last year if we would have split with Washington?
What you mean? As far as like,
I know for
playoff positioning and stuff like that. Yeah, we wouldn't have got the number 2 seed.
And that's just one game, y'all. That's just one game.
Yeah, because Detroit was right there. That's why Detroit was so mad about that game. We beat them when we got that call because they know that was technically kind of like a head-to-head for the number 2 seed. Yeah.
So it's like, so it's like, man, it's gonna the NFC East, and like your goal in any season, your goal for any season when it starts is to win your division because winning your division is the only way. You cannot talk about going to the playoffs if you don't win your division. You want to know why? Because you don't have any control over it. If you don't win your division, you could have a great record and still miss the playoffs. You want to know why? Because it's happened. You know what I'm saying? You could have a win. And listen, the way the NFL is set up now, you could theoretically win 10, 11 games and still miss the playoffs.
Facts.
Because think about this. What did Philadelphia had? Philadelphia was 12-5, and they were a wild card team. So think about this. If Philadelphia would have lost one more game, they theoretically could have missed the playoffs with 11 wins. Bro, that is ridiculous, bro.
That's crazy.
You telling me 11 wins is not a guarantee to get in the playoffs? That's ridiculous, bro. They might have to add two more playoff seedings.
The margin of error is too small.
That's ridiculous, bro. Imagine all these teams winning. That means there could literally be a chance where you have 4 or 5 teams that win 10 games and miss the playoffs.
I don't like how they do the home field advantage thing either, though. I ain't gonna lie, because if you win your division, even if your division trash, a team with a better record will still have to come to you. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, if the NFC South. Yeah, the NFC South. They not that great. The Bucks might win it again. They won last year.
So Philly.
Philly had to go over there even though they had a better record.
And then they lost. The Bucks beat them. The Bucks beat them.
Yeah, they lost though. But I'm just saying that's kind of crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
I guess they're making it basically saying that there's no reward. The only reward for making the playoffs as a wild card team is the fact that you're in the playoffs. That's it.
Facts. You better win your division. That's
That's
what
it.
that says.
And they're putting
You
all
gotta
the
win your
emphasis,
division.
they're putting all the emphasis on winning your division. So that's why I say right now, Dallas Cowboy Nation. I mean, y'all gonna lie, so I ain't even gonna ask y'all.
The first thing you got, the first order of business is to win your division.
Where do y'all rank the Cowboys in this division right now? And think about this, Philadelphia with this draft, Philadelphia's only going to get better. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Don't be under these. Listen to me. Philadelphia, they had a really good offseason. They had a good free offseason, and they paid everybody. So guess what? Anything that they do in the draft is extra. They don't need a running back. Why? Because they got Saquon Barkley. They don't need to sign a quarterback. Why? Because they signed their quarterback a year ago. They bit the bullet and signed him 2 years ago. So he's signed. They got both their wide receivers signed. They got the highest paid guard signed. Everybody on their offensive line is signed through the next 2 years.
And I'm still, guess what? I'm hearing rumors that they're going to try to move up for a cornerback.
But think about this, bro.
They're still doing stuff like that.
Even with Lane Johnson, with their starting center gone, bruh.
Look, they moved up the last like 3-4 drafts in a row. Philly moved up. They so aggressive. Like, I ain't saying that equals that. This is what the people, when people get mad at us for saying, giving them little slight props like that, this is what we saying. We're not saying that their aggressive nature makes them better. What we saying is we're already better. Just imagine us with that aggressive nature. We would be way better. You see what I'm saying? We would be way better than them. So that's all we saying, man. We need to show some sense of urgency sometimes, man. That's all we need to do. If they get on a man, I'm telling you right now, that's my number one corner. I know a lot of people got all these other corners, man. That boy, there, dog. Like, Tyrion Honor, he's a monster. So if they get him, he gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. He gonna be a problem.
And I'm gonna tell you the thing I also hate about the Eagles is they will make mid-season acquisitions as well. Because remember, they brought in that safety from the Tennessee Titans. They brought in what's the dude that was on our team? Robert Quinn, pass rusher. Like, they will make moves through the regular season, bruh. Cowboys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Mark my words. The team that we create on Saturday morning via the draft is your 2024 Dallas Cowboys. That's it. Don't ask me about free agency. Don't ask me about sign extra players because it's not going to happen. The people, listen to me, the only thing that's going to happen with that team after Saturday is going to get smaller because they got to cut people.
Facts.
But that is your team. The team after this draft, that is your team. There will not be any extra additional, free agents. There will not be any of that.
Now, I will do one little slight pushback. It is some June 1st cuts.
Yeah, but even then, you know what I'm saying? Even then on the June 1st cuts, like there's gonna be some folks that get cut. But honestly, realistically, do I think the Cowboys are going to use that June 1st cut as a second free agency? Even if they do, you're not even shopping into freaking Ross. You're shopping in the trash can.
I told you they actually they take UDFA class serious too. I'm willing to bet anybody right now the Cowboys gonna have the number 1 UDFA class again this year. They take it way more serious than everybody else. They look at it like a real draft. They look at it like a second draft. So I'm willing to bet anybody right now they gonna rank us as the number 1 UDFA class again because we know we got a track record of starting and playing UDFA players. You know what I'm saying? We give them equal opportunity over here in Dallas.
Yes, sir. We got the Bishop, man. He coming in here. What's up? But you can hear us, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear, and I apologize for being so late, but I had something to do. What's up, West Coast? What's going on? The one and only landlord in the building, everybody in the chat. Hate to join in. I'm just joining in and I'm just listening. But let's not also forget that the Cowboys have this infinity with also looking at peeking in the UFL as well.
I forgot about that one, yeah.
That we just got an all-pro
UFL.
We just got an all-pro kicker from there last year. Cavante Turpin was an MVP in the USFL. So it's obvious they have their eyes, in the building when it comes to that as well. So let's not forget about that as well. So they'll grab somebody who's already in shape, somebody who's already ready to go at training camp, who's hungry, I may add to. And usually they keep some of those guys in there. So let's not forget about that as well.
That's an excellent point, man. That's why it'd be good to have like different minds in here at one time. Cause I knew that, but I totally forgot to mention it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we need those collabs to come in. Cause you gonna make me really go scout some of them people. Cause we really should. Cause I'm telling you, they looking. The Cowboys looking.
And you know what you're gonna have me do? You gonna have, and I don't support this and don't support it. They got a hotline for it. Y'all got me jumping off the proverbial bridge. If you up here telling me that the Dallas Cowboys is about to go pick some kids out of a league that I can't even watch, bruh.
Yep.
I can't even watch, bruh. I be trying to watch it. I be like trying, like, what's the team that's closest to the LA that I can say is my team, or what's the team that got the closest colors to Cowboy colors, and I'll pick them, bruh. If you was really telling me, that we is hanging our hopes, and listen to me, I can understand specialty players, like guys like Turpin's different because he just run fast. Like Turpin gonna do, if Turpin was in Canada, he was gonna get found.
Bro, Turpin nice too.
Bro. He nice, but I'm just saying that's a special position. Bro, listen to me. If you're a guard in the UFL, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. If you're a left tackle in the UFL, you're probably supposed to be there, bro.
Yeah, because it's very limited on offensive line play. They don't play around with the O line. Like if you good on the O line, your ass gonna be in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come sign you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you glitching a little bit, but we can work through it. We good.
I'll come right back.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna pull out.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, man, because it's such a premium on O-line play. Like, it's not enough good O-linemen right now in the league. Like, some teams that'll be like, hey, man, you got a good O-lineman? Like, they'll start swarming. You know what I'm saying? So, O-line play is scarce in the NFL. Like, that's why I try to tell people, everybody want us to keep drafting O-linemen. Like, bro, that's not a normal thing in the NFL, bro. Like, it's not all stars, all pros on several all pros on everybody line, man. That's not how it works. We don't feel like we got to draft one in the first round every year.
Yeah, you know what everybody else does with their offensive line? They sign them, bro. That's what they do. They just sign them and keep them together. Like, bro, this is not a wide receiver room.
Facts.
Like, bro, the goal of your offensive line is to keep them together as long as possible, because they're like fine wine. The better and longer they play together, the better they all get. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we might need to push that movement though. I said that before about Connor Williams, but right now it sounds like it make a lot of sense, bro. We need to sign Connor Williams, bro, for real. Real talk. We need to sign Connor Williams. If he's still available, we need to sign Connor Williams. We can bring him in as a center. You know what I'm saying? He almost was a Pro Bowl center, but he got hurt. So he played good ball at center. So we can bring him in at center and then draft a left tackle. So we won't even have to, you know what I'm saying, dedicate too much draft capital to the O-line, bro. Like, I really think we should do that.
Yeah, and it has to happen, man. It has to happen. It has to absolutely happen, because I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. If you are going to pay Dak 60-some million dollars, bro, for one season, worst thing that can happen is him not stand up for the season the entire year. If he doesn't either, listen to me, Dak could suck 17 games, throw 50 interceptions, and guess what? You would still get more money than he would if he got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like your number one thing you have to do is keep him standing up, because if he's not standing up, he can't even play good or bad. You can't do neither one, bruh.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Bishop, you up in here?
I'm good. I just want to say that part what Wes was saying, and I think, you know, at some point, see, the way I look at it is, when I hear people like you, West, and Landlord, and then the family, we start talking about boss and everybody else. I'm starting to think, man, that some of you guys are super smart and can actually jump right in that seat and help these boys out, because something is missing, man. It's something missing. It's something missing, because after listening to them today, I just about fell out of my chair. But anyway, we got to start thinking like them. I know we don't want to. I know our job is kind of, you know, trying to come up with solutions and different ways and all that type of stuff. But to keep our mind and keep our stability, you're gonna have to start thinking like these guys. West, they look at the UFL. They do. It's obvious. They do. And what you think they won't do, they end up doing. And plus, keep this in mind, Wes. And I'm not saying for impact and landlord, check me out on this. We got to keep 90 players for 4-5 weeks until the last week of training camp. So they got to get these camp bodies in here. You know what I'm saying? They got to do it. So where they gonna get them from? I mean, you're gonna have to get somebody from UFL. And sometimes you're gonna, and keep in mind, the reason I'm saying it with, we got a kicker when we first got him. We were saying, man, why don't we go get Mason Crosby? Why don't we go get that other kid from San Francisco, Gould, I believe that's his name.
Robbie
Why don't we
Gould,
go get them people? And we never got them. They saw something, and you can't argue with them. The kid,
I just said,
all pro. I mean,
I just said that's evidence of what we were saying. Like I was saying, we victims of our own success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this. It's good because you are having success at scouting and filling some of these positions, but the problem is you can't do that same form of operation for every position. Some positions you need to actually dedicate some capital to. You see what I'm saying? You can't go bargain basement shopping for every single position, bro. You just can't do that. It's not sustainable. You might hit sometimes, but then most of the times it's not gonna work out. You're not gonna be able to compete to the level that you're trying to compete to.
Or you got to think like this, man. It's like you can't have so many things to chance, bro. Like it's like you got your mortgage, you got your electricity, got your power. You mean that same thing, power, and you got credit card bills. You got all your bills, right? You might be, it's some stuff I might pay with my credit card, but I'm paying my mortgage with. My mortgage is for sure going to get paid with a sustainable piece of currency, meaning something that I know for sure is paid. Why? Because I don't want nobody in 45 days talking about that payment didn't go through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's like there are just certain things in life that just require a different level of prioritization, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying? Or just like there's like, bro, you cannot pay your mortgage with a scratch off. What is you talking about, bro? You cannot be at 7-Eleven on the 29th talking about I'm about to hit with this quarter. Like, what is you talking about? Yes, there is a chance that it will happen, but there is more chances that, and think about this, it's not even hating on you. Like, you know, people be like, oh, they hating on me. Bro, listen to me. If you draft a kid in the draft and he's not able to start, the draft wasn't hating on you. You was hating on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Why did you
move off possibilities? You got to go off the probability of it happening. You know what I'm saying? Like if I told you hop out a plane and it's a 99% chance that the parachute won't deploy, like would you jump out the plane? No. You know what I'm saying? The possibility, it's a possibility that it will. You know what I'm saying? But the probability is super against you. So you wouldn't dare jump out that plane.
And in business, and think about this, since the Cowboys are such a business-oriented business, I would think that would have no problem, bro. Because if you're just looking at business, bro, business says, I have $70 million, I have a $60 million dude standing behind 5 guys, right? I'm going to diminish 40% of that. That doesn't make any sense. If I have 4 tires that are going to touch the ground, right? They're the only thing touching the ground. You have your kids in the car. Like, which is important, your kids or the tires? Both, bruh. Both. They're equally important.
The more I think about this, is clearly sabotage, man. I don't want to throw out no conspiracy theories, bro, but I can't make no logic out of it. I'm very logical. I'm rational with my thoughts. I can't find a way to understand that. Like you just painted the picture perfect. Like, if you got a quarterback, why would you take 40% of his line away? And then you want him to be playing for a contract. Do that sound like they setting him up to win? What that sound like to you?
But you know what happened?
Then you took his starting running back away too, though.
But then guess what? But then the Cowboys will make you defy general logic because you're like, bro, from a business standpoint, I know Jerry Jones is too tight to be like, I'm gonna let somebody pay on a $69 million. So everything just goes against, everything just kind of contradicts itself, bro. That's why I just be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like
and
with
people
Trey
get
Lance.
mad at me when I say he needs some weapons. Like, bro, we got CeeDee Lamb and who else? We got Amari Cooper. You let Coop go for a 5th round pick for no reason. Other than CeeDee Lamb, have they dedicated any real capital to a weapon on this football team? Outside of Zeke. Zeke was 2016. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Name another high draft pick on the offensive side of the ball outside the line, because they draft for O-lineman every day. I'm talking about weapons that'll truly help Dak Prescott to be successful. And I know some of you haters hate the way that sounds, but yes, you do need to help your quarterback. Go ahead.
They have stumbled upon good players. You see what I'm saying? They've still when they draft them, they hope that they ascend to a Pro Bowl level or All Pro level, which of course, landlord, what you said before, we have is good and bad because that's what has happened. You got guys who have turned into Pro Bowlers, All Pros. They didn't come in like that. They turned into it, and then they get to lean on and say, "Hey, see, we know how to draft. We know exactly what we're doing." But they don't never go get the guys right off the top who are impact players.
Exactly.
They don't never do that. You got to stumble upon an All-Pro player. That's exactly what's been going on. But let me tell you this: all of this shows you, and I don't care what. I don't know half of this group that's in here, but let me tell you this for those that may be Dak haters. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's the truth. If Dak Prescott was not on this team, we would have been drafted in the top 8, top 10 for the last 3-4 years. That shows the greatness of Dak Prescott because he has carried this franchise last year. Y'all said he didn't have a running game. Y'all said the defense went down. Y'all said we ain't have no defensive tackles. Y'all said we ain't have no linebackers. Y'all complained about the safeties playing linebackers. Y'all said that Brandon Cooks was not really a number 2 wide receiver.
Wait a minute. I think that was me, Bishop. I think that was just me.
Check it out.
Everybody mad at me for that take, but I think that was just me.
But check it out, landlord. There were even plenty that said CeeDee Lamb was not a number 1 receiver.
They did say that at the beginning of the
year.
There
was a lot of them that said, can he catch the ball? He got too many to drop.
I said it because I was at training camp watching Dennis Houston do dumb stuff on him. So don't get mad at me.
That was year before last, though. That was year before.
Year before last. No, it wasn't last year. He was 2nd team All-Pro last year. Now he 1st team. But it was Dak Prescott that carried this franchise. So let's be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful what you're asking for because you just might get it. This franchise has been spoiled by the fact that I think something went wrong real quick. Am I still on?
Oh, no,
you good. You good.
Okay.
Somebody got kicked in the ass. That's all it was.
Somebody need to because he's talking real crazy.
Somebody got smooth kicked in the ass.
But check it out. This place has been spoiled, man, because we never got the drop off from Romo to Dak. Dak stepped right in and carried it right on. Y'all done forgot what it was like when Quincy Carter and Vinny Testaverde and Drew Henson and, all these folks. Be careful what you ask for. Ain't no other franchise in the league talking about throwing away a 2nd team All-Pro, an MVP candidate, except the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, but I tell you this, it's a whole bunch of teams talking about catching them. Like, please.
I'm gonna catch
please, bro. Please.
But look, one thing I want people to realize, everybody always love to bring up, we had Cooper, we had CeeDee. Don't y'all know they played 8 games together, y'all? They really didn't even spend much time together at all. I'm trying to bring those weapons back. Like when Coop was there, CeeDee Lamb went there. When CeeDee Lamb was there, Dak went there. When all 3 of them was there, Dak went there. When Michael Gallup went there, you know what I'm saying? They was never on the field together that much. Like they literally played, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 7 or 8 games. Like literally, those 3 wide receivers only played like 7 to 8 games together.
And you know the sad part about it is, that's probably the reason that. And you know what's crazy, landlord? Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you because you just really opened my mind up on why the Dallas Cowboys felt that they could get rid of Amari Cooper. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. I appreciate you because guess what? The Cowboys weren't a losing team during that time.
No.
Listen to me. That statement that you just said right there is the single reason why the Cowboys were okay with letting Amari Cooper walk.
Yeah.
They like we didn't get the full deal anyway.
Listen to me, not even that they didn't get the full deal, but if the Cowboys see like this, if say your quarterback, like this is how dumb the Cowboys think. If their court, like when Dak got hurt and we won those 5-1 games, there were people that were literally saying that, oh my God, we should keep Cooper Rush as the quarterback.
They said it, man.
Where other people like us were saying, bro, if we're 5-1 without Dak, bro, we're probably gonna run this one up with Dak.
Yeah.
That's the mindset. That's the mindset that the Cowboys be really having, though.
Yeah. Why do they wanna just badly get by?
They want to win with less, bro. Jerry Jones is a C student, bro. He's a
listen how goofy that
student.
is. Look, why would you want to badly get by? You supposed to want to thrive. Like when you seen this team 12-5, you supposed to been like, well,
bro, we're C students.
The way a businessman mind should work, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that I got a school of a billionaire on a business mind, but hey, you know, he might have been sane when he made his billions. I don't know. But I'm just saying, bro, all you got to do is say, hey, that looked like an investment I should invest in, right? If this team is 12-5 3 years in a row, that sounds like I should put more into it, not take away from it. That sounds like a stock that I'm willing to invest in. Bruh. If I see the trajectory going up, that means they need a little more help, and now we can hit the jackpot.
Hey, I've always said this: the Cowboys, they feel that these players are like cancers. You know what I'm saying? And why? Because cancer is the only element in life where if you cut it away, you get better.
Yeah.
That's the definition of
that's a bar right there. That's
the definition of a cancer. If someone's in your life and you remove them out of your life and your life then gets better, they were a cancer to your life.
Yeah.
That's what a cancer does. It influences the positive and turns it into negative. So think about this. The Cowboys actually think that Tyler Smith was actually holding them back. They actually think that Baez, that their starting center was holding back.
Yeah.
Because you want to know how that? Because they got rid of him. Think about this. That's how they felt about Zeke. They felt Zeke was holding them back.
Yeah.
Not that we should get better than Zeke. No, Zeke is holding us back. If we get Zeke off this team, we'll be a better team with what we got. Yeah. That's what they said about Brock Hoffman. That's what they said. Listen, Tyron Smith.
Go against the grain, man.
They look at it like we got ankle weights on. Like we training with ankle weights. You know what I'm saying? When you take the weights off, we're gonna be better. Like, nah, bro.
And think about this, fellas. There are actually fans that believe that about their own quarterback. You are fans that honestly believe with Dak off this team, we are single-handedly a better team. That is foolishness, bro.
You want to know why?
There's no stats to back that up.
Crazy.
This is strategic right here. Like if you go look at the Joneses interviews and stuff, when you get to a point where you saying stuff like we go as far as Dak go, that right there lets you know, like, listen, that's a problem in the leadership, bro. Listen, when somebody let me know this, riddle me this. When was the last time that you hear Jerry Jones or either Steven Jones come up there and just be like, you know what, we screwed up right there. We gotta get better at this. We gotta get this team better. When y'all heard that? Cause I hear other owners say stuff like that. No, they gonna say something like, hey, well, we go as far as that. Do you know that's deflection right there? You the owner, you the GM. Y'all supposed to be orchestrating this stuff. Not Dak. Dak can only play football. Y'all supposed to build a team around him to be successful. Where is the accountability for y'all? Because every time y'all come start deflecting the blame elsewhere. Every single time. I have never heard the Joneses come up here and be like, well, you know, we just got to do better in our scouting, or we got to do better putting the team together. You know what they do? They actually do the opposite of that. They get up there and tell you how great the team is. Oh my God!
Let me tell you.
They just told us in the press conference what they say, big time.
Yeah, they said it today, but let me go ahead and say, let me throw this in. The setup started last year.
Facts.
The setup started last year, landlord. Let me tell you why. West Coast, and I was on his show years ago when the Cowboys made the decision to let go of Zeke and say, okay, we're going to go ahead and roll with Pollard as the number one back. I came on West Coast show and said, man, I live here in Memphis. I watched Tony Pollard at Memphis. He never was the number one running back at Memphis. He had Darrell Henderson. He had Antonio Gibson. He was kind of like Kevontae Turpin. He's never been a guy that can tote the rock. And then the way that you used him, you banged him up inside like he was Ezekiel Elliott. That man can't handle no pressure. What happened to him? He got broke up.
Fact.
He lost a little step. He got his leg tore up. What happened? Here the other setup. Why in the world did you pay Michael Gallup? I mean, I appreciate the brother. But you know the man lost a step. You know he wasn't right. You know he wasn't a real option for Dak at the time.
They were trying to be cheap big time.
They were
trying to be cheap.
See what I'm saying?
It always circle back to that cheap mindset.
But check it out. You're winning with less. Tony Pollard always been a backup guy. He ain't never really been that type of dude. He's very talented. I ain't trying to knock him. He's really good. But he ain't not that guy. And then Landlord West, and I'm still trying to figure this out. Why is it taking? Everybody else get it right. Boy, y'all about to make me upset in here.
I'm already mad over here. I'm pissed.
How long does it take to find bodies in the middle, man? We've been searching for a defensive tackle for the last 9 years.
And they don't want to go buy one in free agency.
They don't want to buy one in free agency. They don't want to draft. I mean, come on, man.
And I'm going to tell y'all this right here. If you're saying Mozzie is a bust, you didn't listen to West Coast when I told you when you draft him. There are positions that you cannot evaluate till like year 3.
That's bottom line.
That's just what it is. You can get mad at me as all you want. Unless you're Aaron Donald, you come see me year 3.
Yeah.
You're a defensive lineman playing against the most experienced. We're probably the only. Think about this. We're probably going to be the only NFL team this year with a center with only 1 year of experience.
Yeah, and you still haven't solved the problem. You still ain't gonna solve the problem of defensive tackle. You still ain't solved it because every defensive tackle that you're going to get, unless you draft them, early. I ain't knocking the guys that's going to get drafted in the 5th and 6th round. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer, man. Especially when you got the chance to go get somebody, you will not go get it. So we'll be saying the same thing. Look, can we stop the run? I mean, every year it's the same question that they haven't solved. And Landlord West, I don't see him really trying to solve it. I see him trying to get explosive on offense, but offense ain't never been the problem. It ain't never been the problem. When Dez was here, we were scoring. I just
told you what we was working with.
We were scoring 30 with Dez. We were scoring 30 with CD. We were scoring 30 with Amari Cooper. We were scoring 30 with Zeke.
The only time we ever had a problem in the history of the Dallas Cowboys in the last 20 years scoring was Kellen Moore's first 2 years as offensive coordinator.
No, when they tried receiver by committee. Yes. That was the only time.
That was it.
And that's what made them go get Amari Cooper. So it worked out.
And when that got hurt, that's it. Yeah. That's it. So but on defense, we ain't solved the problem. In 8 to 10 years, we got the same questions that we had every single offseason. Can we stop the run? It don't take this long, man.
The only reason I'm mad about the defense, and only reason I'm not really too concentrated on it right now, because like we said, I don't look at a defensive tackle in the draft that can fix us right now. I think that we might have to I told Wes, when he brought up the debate we had one time, you're gonna have to just risk some positions, bro. You just are.
Yeah.
We got so many holes, we can't fix everything.
No.
And it definitely won't be in the draft.
No.
So guess what? In my mind, I'm like, what can make us the best out of the draft?
Yeah.
We can't solve everything, y'all. We need to remember that.
The ball too.
We can't solve everything.
A wide receiver you can't get the ball to, because bro, if you can't protect your quarterback, now you have a first round. Because my thing is this: if I get a first round pick wide receiver, bro, I need 1,000 yards. I honestly don't think a wide receiver number 2 is getting 1,000 yards. I don't believe it.
These boys, nice.
Every year, listen to me.
Nice, man.
I am not doubting their ability. I am not doubting their ability. Listen, I seen Kevontae Turpin go from an all-pro to a guy who does not get the ball thrown to him.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks got brought in and got 3 targets for 4 weeks. So it's and the same 2 people is calling offense. Just being honest with you, the same 2 people is calling offense. Brandon
the first weeks, I kind of, I've been real critical on Brandon Cooks.
See, this is my thing, though. But
hold on, let me say this real quick. I'm going to let you cook. I just want to be clear about this. I don't count the first few weeks. I think the offense was broken. altogether. Because CD wasn't getting targets. Nobody was. It was terrible in the first week.
50 points against the. I can't agree. They scored 40 points against the first week out the gate.
But it still went right though. Well, like we was driving, but we weren't scoring. Remember, we was kicking field goals and stuff.
And you know what? I agree with you, but I say it like this: there has not been a number 2 wide receiver that has thrived in Dallas. There hasn't really been.
Look, I could have if I wanted to try to make Brandon Cooks look bad, I could have used that. I ain't even used that. You know what I'm saying? Because
he ain't get no targets.
No, I'm talking about, I didn't even use those first games against nobody. Like it's not my intention to make them look bad. So I just counted all that as just bad on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just bad for everybody. So I ain't really even count that against them.
Wow.
Man, I got like 5 minutes, 2 more minutes before I got to get on here and go to practice, man. But let's go around. We've been on here for about an hour and 30 minutes, man. Let's go around the horn. Oh, gee, I'm gonna give you the last little say song before we get up out of here.
All right. That's on me. Well, listen.
Actually, before I put it, I'm gonna put this quote because I never got your thoughts on this. About put this on here. Owner, we're all in with these guys coming in. We're all in with the draft. I want you to give me your closing statement on this right here because I didn't get your points on this.
They're all in on the system that they've always said. We just didn't want to. We wanted to believe something else. They all invested in on the draft. That's what they hang their hat on. That's what they've always done. They're doing exactly what they do. Same system, no free agency, all in on the draft and develop, spend money then after the draft on cheap bargain free agents. That's coming up. Got to get the camp bodies in. It's the same old movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but my question is this. They said they were all in on the free agency, so I'm kind of confused now because now you're saying you're all in on draft, but you said you was all in on free agency.
They all in on development.
That's
what they should say. They all in on development.
I'm saying they're all in. That's one thing we know for sure.
No, they all in on development and the draft. Don't forget the draft. They all in on the draft. Because if this draft don't work, we are screwed. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If we don't have the margin of error to be able to do what we did last year. Like we need success in the first 3 rounds. Like I'm talking about home runs.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, our show on Sunday. What did you lead off? Where did you lead off with big time about this draft? He said this got to be the greatest draft of all time.
I know what I said. You got to. We bear bonds in this thing. We don't need no doubles and
no doubles.
Tony Gwynn and Rod. We don't need no Ricky Henderson. We don't need that. We bear bonds in this thing. We got to get at least, I said, 2 to 3 starters.
Bear bonds with the performance enhancing.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Mob McGuire.
We need the band Bear Bonds.
Sammy Sosa up in here for real. That's what we need.
We need to change the color of this draft. we are in shambles up here. Yeah.
Man, we don't need no bench player. We don't need no 6 man of the year type draft. We need flat out Hall of Famers straight from
you. Somebody on Twitter told me they was like, because they already know I want to receive and I'm probably not gonna get one. So they was like, landlord, you need to go to the bar with the draft. I'm like, that's a damn good idea. I said I need a bar in close proximity when I'm looking at this damn draft because I know I'm gonna be mad. I think I'm gonna be mad, y'all. I think I'm gonna be pissed.
Well,
I just gotta prepare myself for it.
You know what? You know what's crazy? This is my last thoughts on this too. No matter what this draft brings, until we see you're not this way you're feeling right now, it's not gonna go away until like week 1. And I think that's the thing that sucks.
Yeah.
This because just because we draft them, you're still not gonna know.
No.
And one thing just to be fair, man, for a little eyedropper full of hope. We could be wrong though. We could be wrong too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's give them a smile benefit of the doubt.
You could.
I'm saying they could be right about everything they risking. They could be.
But
we don't know. I doubt it, but it's possible.
But think about this, landlord. They don't know what they're risking either because they don't know the future. And what I'm saying is this, that's not a good risk. You do not plan on paying your mortgage with a scratch off and be like, oh, yeah, it didn't work. No,
they think they do.
Involved, man.
They don't know nothing about the draft, but they do think they know about the players that's behind the starters. They feel confident in them. Allegedly.
No. Listen, when they play, Landor. When did Jerry Jones in his free time with that yacht fighting them cases that he fighting too?
Jerry ain't watching nothing, bro.
When did Jerry Jones go see Brock Hoffman, bruh?
Jerry ain't seen nothing Brock Hoffman
seen
has
nothing.
to offer.
Then think about this. Do you think Jerry Jones on Instagram? I don't.
Jerry don't even know Brock Hoffman. If he
Bro,
walk
like,
up, he probably like, "Who are you, young man?"
Bro, Jerry Jones is reading a list. I mean, Stephen Jones, they believe, bro, listen to me. You cannot have that much freaking faith in a guy that's backing up a guy. Because if you had that faith, why you didn't play him? That's what I would ask Stephen Jones. Why you didn't play him then?
I'm just gonna say this, and you shut it down with or whatever you're gonna do. But listen, all of this makes sense. What you've seen this offseason so far, if you're rebuilding, it all makes sense.
True.
If you're all in on a rebuild, all this sounds like a rebuild so far. And a draft, depending on what you do in the draft, you know what I'm saying? It will either be a continuance of a rebuild, and then what next thing you're gonna say, okay, are they gonna sign Dak before the training camp begins?
You know what'll shut down the internet?
Go ahead.
If the Cowboys draft a quarterback, first round.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy, everybody finna have an extra 5,000 views on their show. It's finna go crazy.
Listen to me. You draft a quarterback, you're officially rebuilding.
That will shut this place down.
You're officially rebuilding because now you have think about this. You have a $22 million third string quarterback. You have a $7 million second string quarterback. You have a first string $62 million quarterback. Then
Something that'll do it worse though. What if they have a draft day trade with Dak?
Dak. Listen to me. Dak is not waiving this. Dak is not waiving this trade clause.
No, not now.
Dak might be sick of them.
No.
Look,
I know he's sick of them.
He's sick of them, but I'm gonna tell you this right here.
He ain't gonna give it up.
I'm gonna tell you why Dak won't. Because Dak knows in the eye of the fan, if he gives that up, that's him telling the fans he doesn't want to be here. He's not gonna do it. Think about this.
At
bro,
this point, can you blame him?
But listen to me. Think about this. If you're Dak Prescott, bro, you can't waive something like something that you worked so hard to get. Hey, they fought to get that trading clause. They fought to get that no franchise tag. Why? Because they thought they were gonna trade him. They thought they were gonna tag him. So, bro, there's no way you waive him.
He didn't want to be in that position no more. That's a good point. But I'm just saying, but ain't this a boiling point for everybody though?
Hey, but think about this. And think about this.
Boiling point for everybody.
I'm gonna say this before we get out of here, bro. You think Amari Cooper wanted to get traded to the Cleveland Browns, bro?
He sent them to purgatory,
bro. If you get traded, you have no control over where you go.
But
there's no reason Dak lets them.
But you know, Todd Francis, they probably be like, okay, if I waive this clause, this in the contract right here, you can only send me to these two teams.
See, that's the thing, but you can't guarantee that though. You can't guarantee
contract
that.
can.
Listen to me. You can't create a contract off an existing contract. The only thing Dak can do is waive that trade clause. If he waives that trade clause, the Cowboys can then trade him anywhere. Just like with the Buffalo, just with Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that Russell didn't necessarily want to go to Denver, but he didn't have no control over it either, though.
No. That's why Dak will veto anything until he knows for sure that this is the team where he's going. That's the only way that will happen. He'll veto that. He just waved it in to be wide open. So he gets sent to hell then. You don't want that.
Just think about this. Without that trade clause, Dak has no power. He has no power over where he plays the next 5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't give that to Joneses.
No.
That would break the end.
Listen to me. It's just gonna if they don't sign him, we just gotta fight the fact that he might be like Dak. Listen to me. It is from what I've seen. If you had to tell me in my life that Dez Bryant would be escorted out the building with security the last time he was a Dallas Cowboys, it is very easy for me to believe that Dak will walk out this building next year for nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happened to Dez Bryant. His last meeting at the Dallas Cowboys, they escorted him out the building with security, and he walked to his Bentley and drove off.
And don't that sound like our usual fate too? Let people get away for nothing.
Right, that's why
there is one, the only one. There's a whole list of them.
To be honest with you, what makes more sense for me next year is Dak just leaving.
Yeah,
getting nothing because that's what really happens in Dallas.
If Dak Dak probably got it made up in his head right now. If they make me play this contract out, I'm out of here next year.
I would leave immediately, Doc.
Dak probably already got that understood with his agent. Everybody, he probably already got that down pat.
Facts. But hey, man, I got to get up out of here, man. Hey, let's do this again. We can do this again anytime tomorrow, man. All the way up to the draft, man. Thursday, I don't know where y'all watching the draft, but I'll be at practice from 5 to 9.
I'll be on the NGBN TV network. I've already committed myself to that. But let me say this, Henny,
Send me
brother,
your
I love you, man.
send me your link so that I can any show that you guys are doing. Since I won't be live, send me your link so I can share it on my page, and then you guys will just be wherever you watch Big Time Show. You watch Landlord.
All right, Henny, I love you, brother. Henny, I love you, man. Get better, man. I know you watching it or you gonna watch the replay or whatever. Man, you get better, man. I'm gonna call you, man. See how you doing.
Sir. Prayers up to my YouTube brother, man. We need you back. The streets need you, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I know this, Henny, when you come back, your ass better still have them locks too, man. Whatever them remedies they telling you that ain't gonna work, man. Keep your head.
ATO gonna come back with the West Coast with the ball head.
Looking like Lionel Richie.
Henny on that bed making deals. Like, keep your hair, Henny. Keep your hair.
Right.
Listen, I mean, you know what's crazy? I told Henny when you get back, you know what you got to do? You got to do what did you miss while I was gone? I said it's cool. Be 15 minutes. 15 minutes. All right. Love y'all. You already know what it is. Y'all never look down. Hey, shout out to the Bishop, man, because I literally, while I was live, texted him and said, hey, you want to hop on the show? And he said yes. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him for always answering the call. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.